Scratching head where I've been spending all my days, yeah. Can't keep getting all this time, I need to face it. Back to basics. Take your time, I just wanna feel your vibe, but I don't wanna feel enticed by you. Back to basics. Faceless, I'm trying to never get these messages.
What's good, everybody? Wanted to do a quick breakdown of how I filmed this music video for Baby Blue called Mazes on the Sony a7s III. Now, this was a low budget music video. However, sometimes low budgets force you to think outside the box. They force you to think more creatively, and everyone collaborating is very focused on just getting the best production possible. And me personally, I've been getting a little bit burnt out just shooting a lot of commercials, paying the bills, obviously. However, I really wanted to get my foot back in the door to possibly shoot music videos again. I just wanted to get a taste of it, and my friend happened to call me the same week I had those same thoughts, and she told me she wanted to shoot a music video for her brother, Baby Blue. Now, Morgan was a superstar of this project. She really went all out for her brother, and for this music video, she completely transformed his living room in her house into a working set.
This is the set for Mazes that I made, DIY set making we've got going on. We're trying to create sort of an asylum, white, clean, moody vibe.
How did you make it?
I made it with king-size sheets from Walmart and fabric from Joann's Fabrics.
And how are you holding it up?
With adhesives, a few tacks, but mostly Gorilla Glue adhesive.
She went to Walmart, she went to craft stores, just bought a bunch of linen and a bunch of sheets, and just completely wrapped her whole living room in white, because we wanted to go for this maniacal look. You know, like Baby Blue, he's going through a lot in his life, according to the track, and he just wanted to represent something that could allow you to feel like he's just going through a lot. And so we wanted to go with a clean slate, and depending on how we shot the video, with the glass that we chose, the filters that we chose, and just the shutter speeds as well that I'll get into, you wanted to just focus on the movement and the overall record. Real quickly, I'll go over some of the gear that we used to film this music video. So the main camera that we used was the Sony a7s III. I can't talk highly enough about this camera. It's just a beast. And then the main lens that we used was a 24-70. The two filters that we used was the split diopter and the kaleidoscope by Prism Lens Effects. They make really dope products for very affordable prices. And then I have the Tilta Pro Kit cage on my a7s III. And I just upgraded my monitor to the Atmos Shinobi 7-inch. I've been using the 5-inch for the last 2 years, but this is a giant upgrade. It's really unbelievable how big of a difference those 2 inches make to the screen real estate, and you're able to just really see the image that you're filming in real time, as practical as it can be. So I really love the fact that I upgraded to this monitor, because it just makes a huge difference. It's pretty heavy for handheld rigs, but for tripod shots, you can't really go wrong with a 7-inch monitor. So this first scene that you see right here, again, is Morgan's living room. She completely draped it in white. We have a mattress on the floor, and you see beer bottles on the bed as well. And one thing about the beer bottles, you always want to focus on the small details to make sure you're selling the story, especially if you're working with a low budget. Those little details can really help you just bring everything together. So at first we had them scattered very equally or symmetrically, and it didn't make sense because, you know, he's going through a lot, he's trying to numb the pain. He wouldn't just place them very evenly on the bed, so we scattered them around to just sell that effect a little bit more. And as you can see right here, I'm centered frame. I'm on a tripod, the a7s III, and I'm on a 24-70. And I also used active steady mode to just punch in a little bit more, because throughout the whole intro and outro, we're zooming in slowly. And then my friend Noel, he co-directed and shot this with me. He's over there to the corner, getting a really tight shot on the 7200 and on the A1, so we matched the cameras pretty perfectly. And the way we lit this was very simply. We have a aperture 200D right above him with a parabolic 36-inch softbox from Angler. It's really dope to know that the equipment we can use these days are getting cheaper and cheaper, and so the entry to become a filmmaker has just never been easier. And then on the corner over there, I have a aperture 100D with the barn doors, and I'm just blasting it to just backlight him a little bit and separate him from the background a little bit more, and just to, you know, have a little bit more clean image that I can work with in post. I'll break down the second set, which is really just not even a set. It's just a staircase, and what we did was I placed 2 nan lights, one to just kind of light up the foreground, and then one in the background to light up the walls above him. And then we just left on the light bulb that was on in that hallway, which was a bit like tungsten. So the colors kind of just really splashed together really nicely, and we try to recreate the cover art for the song. We just knew we needed a performance take, and we figured why not just kind of create and break from the pattern that we have so much white and so much moody images, just to give people a little bit of a different flavor, feel, and just bring them into that world a little bit more. These Nan light power tools are so versatile. They're my favorite lights in my light kit, and I think everybody should probably have one in their kit at this point because they're very affordable, they're very soft, and the fact that they're RGB, you can change any color. They also have the color temperatures, and that they're battery powered is incredible. And if you're not using them at 100%, they last for a couple hours, believe it or not. So I just kind of looked at the cover art and I saw how the cover art was kind of color graded, so I just kind of matched those colors, which I love that I can do with the Nan light power tools. So I did like a magenta pink to light the foreground of the staircase leading up to him, and in the background I grabbed like this turquoise green to kind of splash on the walls and just, you know, light the background a little bit, and then we left on the fluorescent light that had that tungsten look, and then all color graded together. Just really created something that I really love how it came out for how simple the setup really is. And again, we put the prism lens effects split diopter on once again, just because we were using it so much. It made sense at this point to kind of be consistent with the other sets that we were going to be doing. So sometimes you have to think about what lenses are you going to be using, what filters are you going to be using, what framers you're going to be using, and sometimes you know, can break outside the box, and sometimes you want to be a little bit more consistent. That way it doesn't look so harsh when you change from scene to scene. For example, we used the kaleidoscope filter on one of the scenes, but we didn't use it again because it's a little bit overkill if you just have kaleidoscope everywhere, obviously. So just try to really think about what the scene calls for and what equipment do you really need to use. So sometimes equipment doesn't matter. That's one of the big debates on YouTube, like, does equipment matter? Does equipment not matter? It does matter. It matters based on the set, you know, based on the look that you're going for. So, you know, the split diopter made sense because we were going for something very dramatic, something that could really bring the audience straight into Baby Blue's world and what he's going through in that mood. And then again, we used it just to be consistent on the staircase scene. I had a lot of fun shooting this music video. It really allowed me to just think creatively. I love the fact that in music videos you have so much more room to just change the lighting, play around with filters, play around with shutter speed. When you're doing commercials or more, you know, advertising type work, you really are in a little bit of a box. You can be creative with the colors and you can be creative with the directed vision that you have, but sometimes you gotta really stay within a certain line. So music videos is a great way if you're feeling a little bit stuck from doing the work that you might be doing to pay the bills like I do. It's a great way to just step outside the box, think creatively, and maybe get out of a creative rut that you've been in. So I really had a lot of fun. It was a ton of fun just working with Morgan. Her setting up this whole living room as a set was very inspiring. I'm gonna be working with her a lot and just create different moods, practice different lighting techniques in her living room, and who knows, maybe short films in the future as well. So always be willing to, you know, hear other people's visions. I didn't really direct this video. I just kind of was a cinematographer, and I'm going to be editing color in it, as you can see from the clips that I put up. But I love working with people who are creative, who are very open to be collaborative, no egos. It just allows for a much more better production and overall better environment for everyone. So I had a blast working on this Baby Blue video. I'll make sure to link it when it releases so you guys can check it out and support. Dude is very dope. He's gonna be moving to Santa Monica, so he's gonna be taking some music videos that hopefully we'll do a couple more before he leaves in December. That was a breakdown. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something from this quick video. Again, I had a lot of fun shooting this music video, thinking outside the box, thinking creatively, collaborating with so many different people. That's what I do love about music videos. There's so much more potential to collaborate and just think freely and experiment. That's the word I'm really trying to use, experiment with shutter speed, with filters, with just angles and lighting. You can really just push the boundaries a little bit more and get trippier if you want to. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully start doing a lot more music videos. If people come to me with concepts and they have some bright ideas that we can just come together and bring something dope to the table. If you want to break down on how I color grade the S-Log3 footage from the A7S III, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Or if you want any other further questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll be sure to respond. And make sure to like the video if you haven't already. It really helps the channel. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Peace.